Warwick Wannon is a cotton farmer from Currawombi Downs at Barnbar, northwestern New South Wales. For years now, Warwick has been looking at ways to minimise the cost of energy on his farm. He says the biggest break came when reduced tillage came in, and this cut his fuel bill by at least 50%. Now Warwick Wannon is introducing fuel efficiency practices on his farms, such as tracks on his tractors to reduce wheel slip, which gives him another fuel saving, and recently he started converting his irrigation pumps from straight diesel to diesel gas.
The saving is in fuel used per hour. We're really saving on one bore $10 an hour. $10 an hour in our operating costs, which over 1,000 hours gives us back the cost of the conversion. The other one that we've just done, we're probably only saving, it's a smaller motor, uses less fuel, we're probably saving $5 an hour on it, which means it's going to take a couple of thousand hours to recoup the costs. That'll take us a year and a half or 2 years on that one. The other one, it takes us about a year when we're using the bore.
That's the payback period.
That's the payback period. Yep. The payback period is very quick. The more you use it. Like the more hours you do on it, the quicker the payback. And that's why we've done these two motors, because they do a lot of hours, right, compared to other things.
What about when the price of gas actually goes up? Does that?
Well, I think it's probably tied to the price of diesel. It's like the first one we did was 5 years ago, and the price of gas was about half the price of diesel. Well, I think now the gas price has gone up, but it's still roughly half the price of diesel, so it's really not going to affect it that much. I don't know whether we get any benefits from servicing or costs, running costs or longevity. We'll find that out in 10 years' time.
Brad Pollard, Technical Operations Manager from Deisal Gas, has been responsible for many of the conversions on pumps throughout New South Wales. He says that as fuel prices go up, the demand for this service increases.
What it comes down to is all the components are essentially mounted in this box, so they need to be mounted somewhere within close proximity to the engine, whether it's directly to the engine chassis or in this case to the concrete pad that the engine's mounted on. And then there's a number of wires and hoses that we need to connect to the motor. Once the components are physically installed, then we need to install flow meters to the diesel engine itself. We measure the diesel flow under full load before, and then we switch on the gas, tune the gas into suit and measure the diesel flow afterwards.
Seems quite a lot, but how long does that take you to do?
The actual installation itself takes around an hour, and then the tuning process can take around an hour again, but it also depends on whether we find any problems with the engine or with the application that's being used in.
And what sort of fuel cost savings are you getting?
We aim to replace 30% of the diesel load with LPG, so with LPG at around half the cost of diesel, you're going to be saving about 15% on your overall fuel bill.
So it's quite significant. Now, are you doing many conversions at the moment?
Yes, as fuel prices are, well, they have stabilised now, but when fuel prices start going up, obviously demand for this sort of product increases.